What's up, guys? We're out here in North Idaho, and if you recently saw the Tenere versus the KOVE 450 video, hopefully you liked it, you watched it, and you clicked on this video to check it out. Today we're going to do the KTM 450
XCF-W
because I can never remember what the nomenclature is for that. We're going to get out here, we're going to go ride. Just kidding. So we've actually been out here riding for several hours, and we totally forgot to do an intro for this video. So enjoy what we do. We get rowdy on these things, and it is a blast. We have some good stuff coming for you, so check it out. Here we go. There we go. We're gonna put it in gear. Go test out the KTM 450 and the KOVE 450. See which one we like more. Yeehaw! We're going to be on some gravel road here just for a little bit. Oh yeah, you're good. That bike is quick. We weren't pushing it hard, but like I had to actually try to keep up with you. Of course, that giant rock was right in the way. My turn on the KOVE 450 on some gnarlier two-track. It's not difficult by any means, but definitely more than what the dirt roads we did in the past are. So I've been riding the KTM 450. Let's see what the difference is now that I was used to that bike. Again, the low end power is not near what the KTM is, but it's manageable. I mean, it's enough. Oh, hill climb, there we go. I'm in the wrong gear. Damn, neutral. Okay, yeah, that clunky transmission is not, I mean, you compare the two between the KTM, it's definitely different. Yeah, it's definitely to be expected. Like on that bike, you can stay in third or fourth gear and do a hill climb like that. And just now, I was kind of struggling in second. Yeah, well, I was going too slow. Yeah, so when you get to that RPM range, it's a different story. Kicked off. Yeah. Yeah, keep rolling up. I think I'm gonna take that line. And see, I still feel like, honestly, that the power, even in first gear, trying to get going, it's a lot. You had to really rev it up, which I don't know is gonna be that good on the clutch. This is steep shit though. I mean, it does not do justice on the video. Well, I think the suspension on this is kind of bouncy as well right now. We haven't adjusted it because it's kicking me all over. I mean, we did it and made it. It was just a lot more work than what it should have been. We're gonna adjust the suspension real quick. after doing that hill climb just now, the KTM 450 had no issues suspension wise, and the KOVE 450, even though you had to rev it up to get the power to get up it, every time you'd get going and you hit something, the back would deflect really bad. So we're gonna take some compression out, right, and then put less tension on the spring so it's not so harsh in the rear, because every time you get going, it would kick your ass out. So we'll see what that does. We got some more good stuff coming up here ahead. Just made it look easy. Very, very capable bike. Need a push? I love it. You're like, no, I'll solve my own problems. May have to go down and hit another run at it. Yep, sometimes the bike is more capable than what the line you pick. Ready? One, two, three. Hold on. Oh no. You're in the same spot, you're smoking your tire. It's so loose right there. The momentum and the loose rock. I think any bike really struggles in this kind of stuff. Gas, gas, gas. You got it. Yeah. Got it. Nice. You made it look easy, bro. Yeah. So when you say adventure riding, like you were talking about, everybody's like perspective of adventure. Yeah. Like, you know, they have an adventure motorcycle, but like any bike can be an adventure motorcycle. Like we're on trails that we've never been on before, and it is an adventure. Therefore, are we on an adventure ride right now? I'd say we are. You can't see anything, but it's pretty rad. Up in the clouds.
We just rode up. I mean, it wasn't like for the 450. It wasn't
like single track.
Yeah.
It was like it was loose, good two track.
We wouldn't have wanted to do it on an adventure bike. That would have been it would have been gnar. Yeah.
Full terrace, more power to you, bro.
Yeah.
But I'm not you. So.
I told Cooper, I was like, I guess this is probably a little bit what Pol Torres feels like on the Tenere. Because obviously nowhere near as close as how good that guy is, but riding up it, you feels like a dirt bike.
It's confidence inspiring.
Yes. That's what they need to put on the side. Instead of touch the dream, it needs to say confidence inspiring. That would be more akin to, this is why I want these. This is my jam right here, is we just found this gnarly 2-track. You know, even at one point we had to turn around, or I had to back down the bike because it was I didn't have enough momentum, and got some momentum, boogied right up it. First gear is the money gear on the KOVE. I definitely want a bigger sprocket for that little bit more torque for the type of riding I do. All right, quick synopsis so far on the skid plate. It's doing the job. Oh dude, I dented my exhaust gnarly.
Oh man, yeah you did.
That was the, oh damn. The cool thing is you can just replace that one part, I guess, too.
Alrighty, work our way down off the mountain. Let's see what else we can find. would assume it would flatten out here in a minute. Runaway train. You're doing great. So your front ABS is on, your back is not? Nice, well I did a good job. And again, like on camera, you can't tell how steep it is, but that was 45 degrees in some places. This is how Colorado was. Yeah, on the big bike, dude, you're like just sliding down the mountain. Going up this, dude, going up this would be gnarly. You were just sliding on a rock that looked like a dinner plate. There we go. I think we're good.
You guys check the grips out on the KOVE. Just throw them in the garbage as soon as you get them. Or put wire on it, but you can see it's just twisting. So I've got some wire, so I'm going to tie it, but then when I get back, I'm going to swap these grips out for some like ODI locking grips or something. Those are a lot better.
So he's got some safety wire and he's just doing the old school way, a zip tie. Yeah, if you've never done that before and you have an issue with your grip, then yeah, throw some safety wire on there, twist it up, pack it down with your pliers, and dude, roll with it.
Stuff has come in handy. I've had to fix freaking foot pegs. Like I've seen guys that have used it to fix their tires and like run it around their tires.
Yep, yep. Catch a bunch of rocks. Gonna make it? My handlebar caught a tree pretty hard. I missed it. I'm down too. So yeah, my handlebar hit that, pitched me over, and I just oh shit. Okay.
And it just kicked me. My bike was all the way up there. It was up.
Oh shit. I really am impressed, dude, because I mean, I'm no dirt bike rider, right? But you were rallying this thing up here. I'm surprised how far ahead you are of me. You're ripping it.
In first gear, just going. First gear is where it's at on this shit.
You'll notice right here that Kyle is just throwing up a ton of dirt with this back tire, and it doesn't seem like it, but this is very, very like muddy and slick. So it's a pretty good challenge just to get up this hill right here. But the KOVE really, it does a great job. And part of it's the tire, but part of it's just the geometry and the way the bike is set up. It does this hill climb pretty flawlessly. I cannot believe you just made it up that. It just tractored right up it, bro. So I hop back on the KOVE 450, and right here is where this bike shines. This kind of wider, open two-track. You can really get the RPMs up, and gosh, this bike is just so much fun. It is just stuck to the trail, doesn't seem to have any troubles with pushing or anything like that in the corners. Just a really fun bike in this type of terrain.
hear that?
All in all, dude, it was a freaking awesome day. I am more impressed with this bike now than I was before in the T7 video. The T7 video, we were just kind of doing some like gravel roads, a little bit of little pavement roads, and then some mild 2-track. This thing shines.
Yeah.
Freaking shines on
We got rowdy, dude.
We did. We like, it shines on the more difficult stuff. Again, we did realize you do have to rev the piss out of it for it to really get its power.
Going like uphill and shit.
Yeah.
First gear, just keep it above like 4,500, 5,000 RPMs.
Yeah, so revving it, you have to just rev it to the moon. But it does a great job. It's not like it's not being over revved. It doesn't seem like it's gonna hurt the bike at all. But
I think like Jimmy Lewis said, and we talked about this in the live video, was he said it's like riding a 350. And I've only ridden a 350 as a snow bike. I've never ridden a 350 off-road, but I imagine that's what it's like.
yeah, I would say I think one of the first things I told him is that it feels like it's I don't know, like a Yamaha WR250. Like it a little bit lacking down low, but as soon as you get that revs up, it's a freaking rocket. And again, the suspension out of the box isn't horrible. It's a little stiff, which you would actually think it would be the other way around. You would think it'd be just too plush.
Except rally bike, and that's what Jimmy said too. It's a rally bike, so you want it a little stiffer.
And that's the thing, is that they nailed it with that, because there's times where I was expecting it to kind of be plush, and it's like freaking jarring a little bit. We had to turn the compression down a little bit. I still think we need to adjust the spring a touch.
Yeah, I agree.
And another thing that I really liked about it is it's been raining all day, right? And it finally let up a little bit, but we were down on some 2-track stuff that was, you know, that little layer of like muck on top, because we haven't had any rain. This is the first good rain we've had in 3 months. So all that stuff was sitting on top, and you'd go around the corner and it starts to kick out, and it self-corrects so fast. Balls to the wall, and then next thing you know, we're like, here's a left turn. You can slow the bike down really fast. The brakes are actually really good. There's some times you probably heard in the video where they were squeaking. I think maybe it's just either they get gunk in them, like the sand and shit that we've been riding through all day today, or maybe they're just cheap brake pads.
Yeah.
Either way, the calipers are great, and they stop you. So that being said, I hauled ass on this bike today.
Yeah, you were not going slow.
There's only one time where I tried to turn and like the bike didn't turn. And I think it was just because either a combination of the tires or the mud that we've been riding in today, a little bit of pucker factor. But other than that, like it was, I'm impressed. Confidence inspiring.
Definitely confidence inspiring.
We need to get a logo or a decal on the side that says,
that's what I think.
It says KOVE, confidence inspiring. This is like top of the food chain dirt bike, right? And this thing held its own against it.
Yeah, we were ripping up the same stuff just fine.
The only thing that we didn't get a chance to do that we wanted to do was a drag race.
Oh yeah.
And maybe we'll have time to throw that in here.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do a drag race.
Yeah, so you'll see it at the end of this. We'll do a drag race and we'll see which one wins on the drag race. But there's some pavement down here that we'll hit.
Yeah.
But all in all, man, I am super impressed. I don't think I need to beat a dead horse.
No.
For the money, for $9,000, it's a great bike. If you time will tell if it lasts. Right.
And I think it will, just based off of there's tens of thousands of these motors in bikes already, millions of hours on them.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it'll be fine. But you know, now that it's getting pushed to a different limit by the Western, folks that are like, we're not being easy on this thing.
We pushed it today. Here is where this is my note, and this is kind of what I'll say last about it. If I was a dirt biker and I've never been on an adventure bike, and I wanted to ride an adventure bike or ride on longer trips, camping trips, we can take some gear, throw it on the back. This is the bike. If I didn't want to step up to a T7 or
I'd agree.
all the other bikes that are out there, I mean, for the money, if I already had a dirt bike and I wanted to get in the adventure bike market, I might step it up more if I want to do longer trips.
Well, ultimately, it comes down to what kind of riding you want to do.
Exactly, and I'm not saying, and like I said, I'm not saying that in like in a negative way. If I already own an adventure bike and I wanted to do more dirt biking, I don't think this is what I would go for because I wanted to ride a dirt bike. It really is right in the middle of those two genres, I guess, if you want to call it.
That's a good way to describe it.
Yeah. There's other bikes similar out there, like the 701 and stuff like that, but I think lighter weight, more fuel,
a lot more fuel.
yeah, and probably the same power to weight ratio as you would get in a 701. Like I said, just this time will tell. And if these bikes hold up so far, I feel like they will. That's all I got.
Also, that skid plate, we hit a few things. I crashed it a couple times. And it's still holding up, so I'm impressed with that skid plate. I did not think it was going to hold up too well.
Yeah, it's held up pretty good so far. So I hope you guys liked the video. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you have any comments below, please leave them down, and either Kyle or I will answer the best that we can. If you're in the market for a KOVE, definitely check it out. I think it's worth the $9,000. And they're so hot right now. If you ride it and you completely hate it, I'm sure you'd be able to get rid of it fairly quickly.
And if you guys want to, book a freaking flight up to Kalispell and come rent one from me, and we'll take you out ripping, dude.
Absolutely. Kyle has he has rental bikes. He's got 2 T7s. He's got the KOVE. He's got
this one,
tons of dirt bikes. So if you want to come out and ride with either Kyle and I, let us know and hit up Kyle, and he'll get you a tour booked.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. We'll see you in the next one.
1, 2, 3, go.
Okay, so
the 450 rips, dude.
That freaking KTM rips. I will say it held its own though, because he took off. I had a little bit of a late start.
Oh, okay.
I missed the shift. He got some gain, and I started to gain on a little bit. Then I rev limited, and then finally shift to 6, and I started gaining.
Yeah,
but he still had me.
Yeah, like I wasn't even giving it full throttle. Like this thing's scary fast, dude. I kept twisting the throttle and it just kept accelerating.
Okay, well,
how fast are we going?
I have no idea,
dude. I felt like
we'll have to look at the video. We'll have to look at the video. You guys, my camera was right in front of the display, so you'll see how fast we're going. It wasn't that fast, I don't think, but it did hold its own though. It's not as fast as that bike. So whoever this Tyler, it's not as fast as that bike.
Yeah, I don't know what Tyler. Yeah,
it's not as fast.
Thing rips.
But anyway,
but it's fast. It did it.
It did.
I would be curious.
We'll see in the next one.
I would be